What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dadbod Show. Today's episode, we're talking about diapers. We're talking about diapers. We're talking about diapers. Diapers. I gotta clean this shit up. Yes. This little thing scares the crap out of so many guys. So many guys that I know either don't come close to touching this thing or they have a very hard time dealing with these. So on today's episode, we're going to go through a little bit of tips and tricks, the things that I've learned, things that made it easier for me to change these diapers. As you can see, we do cloth diapers and disposables, but I'm primarily going to be talking about this. We'll get into this on a later episode. So the reason why I'm doing this episode is a buddy of mine, he has a couple friends that are becoming fathers in the next month or two, and they had questions. The number one tip for changing diapers is practice. Yes, we're talking about practice. Tip number two, I learned after the first couple weeks that these bad boys can actually hold quite a bit. Just because the line goes a little blue does not mean that it's fully saturated. So you actually have a little bit more wiggle room than what I thought we did. I thought as soon as that thing comes a little blue, it's done, and you throw it out. But with that being said, about you have a little wiggle room, they don't always contain everything. It's very important to have these little ruffles out, make sure all the flaps, make sure everything is secure around baby. But there's a very good chance that you're going to have blowouts. I mean, it's inevitable. Now, when you're changing the clothes on a blowout, I learned that when you're wearing a onesie or any of the shirts, the baby shirts, they have enough wiggle room at the top of the neck so you can pull the arms out and slide it down the body. Especially if it's a blowout and it comes all the way up the back. You don't want to try to, finagle or move that around, and you're going to get crap all over the back of the head or worse. Another question I was asked, is there a difference between changing boys and changing girls? Short answer, yes. I mean, anatomy is different, so the diaper changes are different. I personally think that the girls were harder to change. There's a lot more crevices to get into, to make sure that everything is clean. Number one tip for you guys is if you're changing a girl, wipe from front to back. Always from front to back. Clean from the front and work your way back. Formula versus breast milk poops. I personally think the breast milk is way worse than the formula one. But a buddy of mine, we had a discussion about this not too long ago, and he and I are at odds with each other. He thinks it's vice versa. The reason why I think it's a lot worse is because it's so sweet. The breast milk is always sweeter than formula. Another big tip for me is to have your wipes ready. So if you know that it's a poop, you can smell it, at least take one or two wipes out. Take them out, because sometimes when it's in the box, it either won't come out or it falls back down and you got to fish through it. So take one or two out just to make sure that everything is good so that you can actually get at least the majority off of it. And then it's a lot easier if you have to fumble with the box. I know some of my buddies, they refuse to do it. Some of my buddies are all over it. So the one thing I can give you out of all of this is actually try to do it. If you can't, then so be it, you can't. But really give it a good try, because it's a bonding experience, right? Like in the first couple of months, we don't actually have that much time to bond with them, especially when they're awake, because it's usually just goes right to the boob or right to the bottle, and then they go back to sleep. Just try to push through that, because in those moments, you're actually getting to hang out with your child one-on-one, no distractions, no nothing. It gets easier. It really does. And with that, that's number 3 in the books. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Peace.